These are the future blueprints of the San Francisco airport. This is going to be the largest airport in the world. So Reese, what do you think about these?
I think this is very possible. I'm going to look this over.
Sounds good. Maybe a colleague. I'm Jorge Morales, and I'm a civil engineer. The career I chose is civil engineer. Civil engineers are the people that design and oversee construction and maintenance of buildings or infrastructure. Some examples are highway, tunnels, rail systems, airports, water supply, and sewage system. This job requires a lot of analysis, especially in the planning process. Studying reports, breaking down construction costs, and considering governmental regulations. Also potential environmental hazards. They may also test soils, building material, estimating the cost of equipment and labor. My top 3 career choices were civil engineer, dentist, and computer programmer. I chose to be a civil engineer because it includes 2 of my favorite subjects, math and science. I've always enjoyed those 2 subjects since I was little, and I like designing since I was young. My second choice was to be a dentist. I thought it'd be interesting. The third one is a computer programmer. I've always enjoyed computers, so I thought it'd be a good choice. Opportunity cost is when the highest valued alternative which I'm forced to give up in order to get my first choice. My opportunity cost was to being a dentist. One of the reasons I chose civil engineering over being a dentist is because they included math and science. Some other reasons why is because if I were a dentist, I would spend all my time inside. But if I'm a civil engineer, I would get to spend some time inside and outside. One of my positive incentives is that I get to work in an office, but I also get to work outside. I would get to spend time visiting work sites and other stuff. Another positive incentive is that my job pays for my medical insurance, so it doesn't come out of my budget. My final positive incentive is that I don't travel very much, so I don't spend very much money on planes. My first negative incentive is that I could maybe have to work extra hours to meet the deadlines. My second negative incentive is that I could possibly get injured when going to work sites if conditions are not safe. My last one is that if I build a faulty building or road, I could possibly get sued. My yearly budget for being a civil engineer is $48,000. That's $4,000 a month. One thing that I was really far off was rental insurance. I thought it was going to be $200, but it only was $15. Another thing that I was far off was rent. I thought it was going to be $700, but in reality it was $1,337. The last thing was public transportation. I thought it was going to be $200, but it only was going to be $66. The thing that I will spend on the most is housing, at 33%. I will spend $1,352 on it, $1,337 on rent that I split with Reese, and $15 on rental insurance. After that, it's taxes, 25%. I'll have to pay $997 on taxes. After that, discretionary, 17%. I have to pay $676 and stuff that includes stuff like charity, savings, clothing, entertainment, cable modem, and miscellaneous. Next is school loans, 12%. I have to pay $494 on my school loans. I will spend 8% on food. That's $300 a month. The next 2 are tied at 2%, transportation and utilities. I am not going to own a car, so I will use public transportation at $66 a month. And then next on utilities, I'll only spend $85 on it. My landlord pays for city utilities and gas and electric, so I only have to pay for my phone. Finally, the last thing is toiletries, 1%. I will spend $30 a month to keep myself clean. I give up a car to get a better apartment. Another trade-off is I will be using public transportation. One of the reasons I'm using public transportation is because San Francisco is a big city and I don't want to get stuck in traffic. Another trade-off is that I gave up some food. I gave up a pet so I could get more food for myself. The final one is I gave up some toiletries to get nicer clothes for my job. I attended the University of Kansas. I got my master's and bachelor's. There, I got my master's and bachelor's. Some of my main skills are excellent math skills and complex problem-solving skills. Some other skills that I own are that I'm a quick thinker and a critical thinker. I have some experiences with this kind of job. I have volunteered at Habitat for Humanity, and I've also got an internship online. One of my references is my Professor Brady Carter. I sent my letter of application to Mr. William Johnson. I applied at his company, William and Associates. I applied as a full-time engineer. To find out information about my career, I used a couple of websites. The first one is BLS.gov. This one told me a lot about my job, what they do, how to become one, and what their pay is. The second one is ASCE.com. This one told me all about civil engineering. Third one is money.usnews.com. They told me what they do and what their job outlook is. The fourth one is wikipedia.com. This website gave me a big summary over civil engineering. My final one is ice.org. This one told me what civil engineers do and what civil engineering was. The first article is named How to Become a Civil Engineer. This article tells me what I have to do to become a civil engineer, what kind of education I need to get, what degree, and what licenses I need. The second article is named Civil Engineering. This second article tells me what civil engineers do and what the salary is. I learned a lot from these articles. Thanks for listening about my presentation about being a civil engineer. I hope you think I have the qualifications to become build and design the airport I talked about earlier in my presentation.